Weather is making news down in Louisiana as well. In the central part of that state, hundreds of families remain homeless, and the worst is still to come. Some rain-swollen rivers are expected to rise to their highest point this century later on this week. Stan.
And in Miami tonight, another disturbance in a black community there. We have a late report on this from ABC News.
It took the crowd little time to turn really violent. One of the two police cars they seized was already in flames when the mob made quick work of the second. The disturbance was apparently touched off earlier in the day when uniformed officers shot a man who had a gun. Police said more than 100 people wandered the streets, smashing windows, throwing firebombs, and looting stores. Authorities sealed off an 84-block area. Two policemen had been trapped by the mob for about 30 minutes inside a pool hall. They were freed by other officers. Before the area was sealed off, several motorists had their cars pelted with rocks. Late tonight, police reported the fires out, but they were still patrolling the area, trying to head off any new outbreaks of violence. Bill Stoller, ABC News.
Once again, that was in the Overtown section of Miami, Florida tonight. Larry, sports you got?
We got a bunch of it coming up. We're going to take a look at a freshman who has...
Lemons knows that if you want to get ahead and stay ahead, it helps to dress like you've already arrived. And Lemons helps by cutting the cost of dressing for success with a store-wide winter clearance sale of selected quality clothing. We've cut the cost of Hart, Schaffner, and Mark suits. We've cut the cost of our private label suits. We've cut the cost of 100% camel hair sport coats. The winter clearance sale at Lemons, where you can cut yourself in on some very exciting savings.
Hi, I'm Ray Scott.
And Lou Nanny.
Here to tell you about the second annual Sports Awards dinner for the March of Dimes.
On January 20th, we will again recognize the outstanding amateur and professional athletes throughout the area, including the Minnesota North Star of the Year.
As your MC, I hope you'll join us for this outstanding sports recognition dinner.
It's going to be great.
Even going to be greater, Lou, because I'm going to be there. For ticket information, call 861-2291. It's going to be a ball, right?
All right, basketball, Gopher style.
Yeah, they got to practice today. A lot of people got canceled or postponed. The Gophers did practice, and that Gopher basketball team gets back into action tomorrow night. Jim Dutcher's troops will put their 6-1 record on the line against Indiana State. One of the reasons for the Gopher success this season has been the play of freshman guard Mark Wilson. Wilson is averaging 14. Been too wild about last night's snowfall, but the white stuff is solid gold for the Minnesota ski industry. These slopes have been trying to get by with man-made snow, not very successfully, I might add, and the real thing should be most welcome. Meanwhile, cross-country skiing has been non-existent this winter, but this morning a number of folks had their skis out, so yes, some good did come out of the blizzard of 1982. Now, the Vikings game with Dallas next Monday means a local stop for ABC announcers Howard Cosell, Frank Gifford, and Don Meredith. Howard, Giff, and the Dandaroo will also be the guest speakers at a luncheon Monday at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Minneapolis. The master of ceremonies will be our own Bob Bruce. That one is open to the public, and for tickets, you can call 370-9153. That's 370-9153. The proceeds will go to the Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce. And now, this is something you don't see every day, a jogger disguised as a chimney. He was just one of the contestants in Boston's Jingle Bell Run a few days ago. The runners donned a variety of holiday apparel for that one. Yes, there was a Santa Claus, but this isn't a bunch of crackpots, folks. The group raised $10,000 for the Massachusetts Special Olympics. By the way, the chimney stand finished 300th.
They always do, don't they?
Well, they're slow.
Howard Cosell's coming to town. Okay.
Next Monday.
All right, let me take you away from all this white stuff. Italy. Let's go to Italy. Jason Davis went on the road again to that Mediterranean nation with the help of Alitalia Airlines, and he has produced a series of reports on Minnesotans in that country. And tonight we join a group of students from St. John's in Florence.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
The Baptistry and Cathedral of Florence. Buildings whose beginnings date back more than 800 years. On the steps, a small group of students and their teacher. They're all from the Midwest, and most of them are from Minneapolis and St. Paul. They are here to learn about another culture.
From where we're standing here, we can see, of course, two of these structures. The great bell tower here to the right, which was actually designed in its original stages not by an architect, but by a painter. In the 1330s,
Professor Jerry Blanchard leads his class of 35 students around this spiritual center of a city that has mixed religion with art so successfully for centuries. The girls are from St. Benedict's and the boys are from St. John's. In charge of the study group is Father Aidan McCall.
The purpose was to introduce these students who are attending a liberal arts college to get some foundation in Greek and Roman culture, which after all is the foundation of a modern culture.
The students are spending 3 months in Greece and Italy. It's required that they attend all classes and credits have to be earned. But they'll return home to Minnesota at the end of the year with far more than an academic experience.
They have a better quality of life than other people. And they have this because they have been exposed to this culture, you know. They have been exposed to this culture, which tends to upgrade their whole outlook on everything.
Since they came to Europe in September, the study group has spent time in Crete, Athens, and Rome. This day in Florence is one of the many excursions to other cities of interest.
To the casual observer, it may seem that these students are doing nothing more than having a good time. But as Homer says in the Iliad, education is nothing more than visiting the cities of many men and knowing their minds. Jason Davis on the road again in Florence.
Ah, Jason, the man of steel. I don't know how he bears up into those tough assignments.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Farthest I went, gone as Little Falls.
Nice series.
Yes, that is our news. We wish you good night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Showbiz on the book racks, too. The big news in the bookstores this holiday season is a flood of books on entertainment subjects. And to part the waters, here's Digby Deal, book editor of the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner.
If you're beginning to think about entertainment books to put under the Christmas tree, right next to those video games and E.T. ties, a bookstore like this one, Hunter's on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, is a good place to start. For one thing, you never know who you might run into here in the aisles of the bookstore. And for another, there are hundreds of beautiful new books on the fun and business of entertainment here on the shelves. For example, Indecent Exposure by David McClintock is the inside story of the Hollywood Beagleman scandal. On a lighter note, there's Amazing 3D, the book you read with glasses, even if you don't wear glasses. For teenagers of all ages on your Christmas list, there's The Wacky World of Bruce McCall's Zany Afternoons, or The Ballad of John and Yoko from the editors of Rolling Stone. Music fans with longer memories might be more receptive to this nostalgic volume, Black Beauty, White Heat, a tribute to the greats of jazz. Other folks might get a kick out of Merv Griffin's Book of People, or Walt Disney's World of Fantasy. There's a load of star biographies on tap, including everyone from Frank Sinatra to Maria Callas, with stops for June Allison, Jerry Lewis, and even Lana Turner. And here's a poignant memory of those bygone days we spent at the movies. Foyer Pleasure, the great movie posters of the past. Well, that's a start to your Christmas entertainment book list. But if you're still stuck for suggestions, you might ask some of the other shoppers in the store. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
What are you reading?
Hey, this is a great book. I really mean it. I mean, I learned so much about this guy. I mean, I got to... In fact, I'm going to buy it. In fact, I'll buy 1,000. Give me 1,000 of these books right here, right now.
This is Digby Deal and Sid Caesar for Entertainment Tonight.
The motion picture industry got an early Christmas present over the weekend. Some new releases zoomed to the top of the box office charts. In first place, The Toy. The combination of Jackie Gleason and Richard Pryor coaxed about 2.2 million folks into buying tickets at over 1,300 theaters. And that put $6.3 million into The Toy's bag. About $1 million behind was Airplane 2, the sequel, which was the choice of about 1.8 million moviegoers at more than 1,100 theaters. A third newcomer, 48 Hours, captured third place, earning just a little bit less than Airplane 2, but at a lot fewer theaters. And generally, that's a healthy sign for future growth. Still in 4th and 5th places, though, were those old reliables E.T., now over the $305 million mark, and An Officer and a Gentleman. Among the week's other openings, Gandhi, The Verdict, and Sophie's Choice opened in just a few locations. It's too early to predict how they'll fare, but we'll keep you posted as the tickets and box office lines roll along. Plus, Leonard Maltin will have regular reviews and updates on all the new movies.
Next, Alabama. Country music's big winners stay close to their fans. The unspoken blacklist is over, and Cliff Robertson is back at work.
Using that expensive detergent in these times?
Expensive? Not Fresh Start.
Come on, Beth. That small bottle costs about the same as this big box of detergent.
Sure, but I get the same number of wash loads because Fresh Start's concentrated. You only need a quarter cup.
But how well can a quarter cup work?
Better than your detergent. Fresh Start's got an extra whitener, extra brightener, and stain fighters your big box doesn't have.
You know, I just had a great idea.
I think your idea has a lot of value.
Fresh Start. Just a little detergent gets you a lot of clean.
What kind of people drink Sanka brand? People like Guy Dill, sculptor.
Working on a huge scale, I've got to be very steady with chisel and hammer. So when I break for coffee, I drink Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee. It tastes great.
That's good.
And it's 97% caffeine free. So even though too much caffeine bothers me, Sanka can't give me the jitters, and I can concentrate on my work.
Sanka brand for people who love coffee but not caffeine.
For the merriest gift ideas at really low prices, no one puts it together like Target. Give a gift of fun and excitement. Atari video cartridges. For excitement, give them Berserk. Sale priced at $23.99. For pure fun, nothing beats everyone's favorite Pac-Man. Now just $24.99. And for adventure, choose Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just $26.99. 3 great Atari cartridges, Christmas sale priced, now at Target.
If you like to share the fun with your child, come to Showbiz Pizza. Boy, have we got your game.
We've got asteroid fun at Showbiz, humanoid fun at Showbiz, blaster fun at Showbiz, Showbiz Pizza Place. Got a maze of fun at Showbiz, laser fun at Showbiz, zapping fun at Showbiz, Showbiz Pizza Place. Share the fun, come on and share the fun.